Alternatives. Stationary warm-up. It is best to have my warm-up to get his blood pumping, to do it while active. But since it is just stretching, if he has any issues with his legs which involve him not being able to run, the warm-up can then be done stationary and have roughly the same effect. If my client has really badly injured himself, like his leg muscle, say it was arm day and he's injured his arm muscles, or it was leg day and he's injured his leg muscles, we would either swap upper body and lower body depending on which injury, or if reasonably lucky though, we can switch to our later in the week session of going for our run or our cycle. If it hurts just a bit, but he feels like he still wants to do something, he still wants to be productive, he still wants to try and get a little bit more muscle or lose that little bit more weight, even if it might hurt or if it makes him feel slight discomfort, we can just lower the reps by however amount until we reach an amount that he feels comfortable with, that doesn't hurt as much and that still helps improve him. And for the cool down, if my client is not flexible enough to do the Surya Namasaka, as it is a type of yoga and it is slightly demanding, particularly on the back, since it involves a lot of bending over and bending forward and arching your back to look upwards. So if he's not able to do that, we can sort that out just for the regular sedentary section, which is usually combined with it, perhaps doing that for an extended period of time, or just stretching out the arms, or stretching out the legs the normal way, pushing them in different positions and against the wall and with our own limbs. Justifications. Here I'm going to justify each and everything that I have listed during my 6-week program for my client. Most of them can be group justifications, but it should all be good. Dynamic stretching, get the blood pumping, make sure all the necessary muscles are working for each individual session that is required. Bicep curl, tricep press, upright row and bench shoulder press. All of these are very vital as far as building the muscle in the upper body, particularly the arms, the biceps and the triceps, which is one of my clients' main goals. These are all tried and tested, probably the best ways to do it, and very easily accessible and easy to manage and pick up, and my client can also take the skills that he learns in session away if he wanted to and do most of these things at home if he bought him his own equipment. Press ups and weighted press ups. Press ups have been around since a long time before I was born. They are a go-to. Weighted press ups are added extra, it puts that extra bit of pressure on you, builds that extra bit more muscle in your core body and your arms. But regular press ups, so easy to do. The client can go away, do them in his own time, do them anywhere he wants. All you need is a small bit of room. Mat maybe for comfort, but that's about it. Making them an ideal situation. Which is the same for sit-ups. Now, medicine ball sit-ups and past medicine ball sit-ups. Medicine ball sit-ups, I feel because medicine ball you have that extra weight, which means it requires that a little bit more effort. And with the side to side, it really makes sure you're getting in your core and your sides, getting a bit of more flexibility in there with the stretching side to side. Because obviously with a medicine ball sit-up, you sit up and then you twist your body left, right, then back down. So it really gets your entire middle body working and helps build muscle there. And the past medical bit adds a bit of variation into it, and also a bit of even more added effort on top as you got past the ball back and forward, and a bit more focus is required. Hamstring curl. Hamstring curl, weighted leg extensions, weighted squat, and regular squats. All about building muscle in the legs. Squat is particularly tried and true to help build leg muscles, and help build muscles in your glutes and your gluteus maximus as well, which is very important for football, to get muscles in your legs to get to kick the ball farther. These are very reliable exercises that a lot of people do in their own time and have in their own gym schedules, and they're very easy and effective. And then the split squat and the Bulgarian split squat add a bit, like the medicine ball and the weight press ups, add that something a bit more extra, a bit more different, which requires a bit more effort and helps increase the rate of muscle increase and fat loss. Dumbbell lunge, very simple, has a bit of a stretching aspect to it with the lunging, where it combines that with some weights. It's a good way to end a session because it's always getting into that stretching, still a bit difficult because you've got the weights there, which help weigh down your arms, which make the stretch a little bit harder, works on your body, moves a little bit more muscle. For the cool down, in the Surya Namaskar, the cool down by itself, very important, helps to decrease the heart rate, decrease the breathing rate, prevent DOMS and OBLA, hyperpara, reduce the blood pressure, and helps getting the body back down to a natural resting motion. And the Surya Namaskar provides something slightly extra, different, something for the client to be interested in, haven't heard before, as a bit of a fun aspect at the end of the session, so the client goes away feeling good and feels like you had a good session.